Something was wrong at Ferrari and Suzuka, and Lewis Hamilton felt it immediately. While one Ferrari fought for the podium, the other looked powerless on the straights. Same car, same team, different reality. Hamilton questioned it right away, publicly, and the first reaction was obvious. Something didn't add up inside the garage. But as the data started to surface, and after safety concerns around the new 2026 system, the story became far more complex. So here's the real question. Was Hamilton left behind, or was he the only one not pushed to the edge of something unstable? Before we go deeper, make sure to subscribe to the channel and tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I read every single one, and something many people ask, how are these news videos made? It was with simple videos like this that channels got monetized on YouTube. If you want to learn how to create channels in this format, there's an ebook in the pinned comment. Just check the link to see how it works. At first, everything looked simple. Too simple. Two Ferraris on the same track, but behaving like completely different machines. On one side, Charles Leclerc pushing forward, extracting performance, finishing on the podium. On the other, Lewis Hamilton locked in defense mode, unable to respond on the straights, feeling a lack of power that didn't match what the car should deliver. And when a seven-time world champion says something is off, that is not frustration. That is awareness. The immediate reaction inside the paddock followed a familiar pattern. People started talking about imbalance, about internal decisions, about one side of the garage having access to something the other didn't. Because in Formula One, when performance doesn't align, the first instinct is always politics. But Suzuka wasn't behaving like a political story. It was behaving like a technical warning. The data revealed something far more specific. Hamilton wasn't just slower. He was losing performance exactly in the moments where the hybrid system should be delivering its strongest boost. That detail matters a lot, because in this new generation of Formula One, energy deployment is not just about speed anymore. It is about how far you can push the system before it pushes back. And just days before Suzuka, concerns had already started to surface about how unpredictable this system can become under certain conditions. Not speculation, real concern inside the sport. That's when the entire narrative begins to shift. Because if the system becomes unstable when pushed too aggressively, then every extra bit of performance comes with a hidden cost. And suddenly, Hamilton's race starts to look different. Not weaker, not compromised, controlled. While other cars were extracting everything they could, operating at the absolute edge of what the system could deliver, Hamilton's Ferrari behaved with a different profile. Less aggressive, less explosive, but also more stable. And this is where the uncomfortable question begins to take shape. Was Hamilton lacking performance, or was he the only one not being pushed into a dangerous window? Because when energy delivery becomes inconsistent, when the boost drops without warning, you don't just lose lap time, you lose predictability. And in Formula One, unpredictability at high speed is where risk begins. Ferrari left Suzuka without offering a clear explanation, no direct answer. No breakdown of why two identical cars behave so differently in the same race. Just silence, and silence at this level is never random. It usually means one thing. The situation is more complex than what can be publicly explained, or more sensitive than what can be openly admitted. So the narrative flips completely. Instead of asking why Hamilton was slower, the real question becomes why his car was different. Because if one driver is operating within a safer margin, and the other is extracting maximum performance from a system still under evaluation, then this is not about equality anymore. It is about choice, a strategic choice that may never appear on paper, but is felt directly on track. One car chasing the result, the other managing the risk. And if that's what happened, then Hamilton was not the one left behind. He was the reference point. The controlled version of a system Ferrari is still trying to understand in real conditions, which makes his reaction even more important because he didn't need the data first. He felt it. From the opening laps, from the first moment the car didn't respond the way it should. That kind of feedback does not come from guesswork. It comes from experience, from years of reading subtle changes in behavior that most drivers wouldn't even notice. And now Ferrari faces a much bigger problem than one race result. Because if they cannot align performance and stability between both cars, they don't just risk losing points, they risk losing control of their own project. In a season defined by new regulations, evolving systems, and constant scrutiny, that kind of uncertainty spreads fast, inside the team, across the paddock, and eventually into the championship fight. The next races will reveal something crucial. Will Ferrari bring both cars into the same performance window? Or will this pattern continue under different circumstances? Because if the system is still unpredictable, someone will always be closer to the limit, and someone else will not. And the real story may not be about who is faster, but about who is being allowed and/or chosen to take that risk. That is where this situation becomes bigger than Suzuka. Because if there is a hidden limitation inside this system, it will not stay hidden for long. And when it surfaces again, the consequences may not be just strategic. They may define the balance of power inside Ferrari itself. So now the question changes completely. Was Hamilton right to challenge what he felt on track? Or was he, without knowing it, the only driver operating within a safer boundary? Because if something inside that Ferrari is not behaving the way it should, this may not have been a mistake. It may have been a warning. And if you want to keep following what is really happening behind the scenes in Formula One, subscribe to the channel. And now it's your turn. Do you think Ferrari limited Hamilton or protected him from something the rest of the grid is still willing to risk?